Rick Daddy here, back once again in the Riceboytv garage, where I actually get to work on my own car. That's right, the 1996 Acura NSX. I haven't done much to the car, but this time around, I'm gonna install a DME engine damper kit. It's not a crazy install, so all you need is a ratchet, a 17mm socket, a 12mm socket, 10mm socket, a 17mm wrench, and a Phillips head screwdriver. All right, before we install this, I gotta put on these DME shoes. What? These aren't shoes. This is a tiny little engine damper. What's it doing in a shoebox? I don't know. The first thing we're gonna wanna do is pull off this plastic garnish. There's 7 screws in here total. It'll help us access the strut towers. There's 3 screws on the outside and 4 under the trunk. Once you get the plastic cover off, you have easier access to get to the strut tower. You actually have to take the strut tower bar off. That way you can slip the bracket in for the engine damper kit. Once you get those 2 12mm bolts off, the 3 14mm on each side, loosen these 12mm bolts to take off some tension on the actual strut tower brace. If you have a tained EDFC wires running through your strut bar, then you're going to want to cut the wire ties to it. We want to remove this hook. There's 2 12mm bolts, kind of hard to get to. You can use the 12mm socket that I was using earlier, or you have an open end wrench, combination wrench, use that. Ugh. Ow. All right, now that we got the stock bracket out, I can put the DME one back in. Insanely hard to reach. You gotta use the same bolts. That bracket sucks to get to. My hands are all cut up, dirty, whatever. Use this other bracket, line it up with the strut tower. If you have an EDFC, feed it through first. Don't do that to your trunk. On the driver's side, there's another bracket. It doesn't really do anything except even out the strut tower brace because you have a bracket on that side. If you didn't use this, it'd be uneven. Once you get these 2 brackets lined up, you can line up the engine damper as close as you can. Use the provided 17mm bolt and its washer, little metal bushing. Thread that in. Start prepping to reinstall the strut tower bars. Place the 12mm bolts. 3 nuts for the strut towers. The chassis of these 12mm bolts. All right, now that everything's hand tight, we can go back through, tighten it with the socket and a ratchet. Go back and replace this plastic garnish. If you have an EDFC, run the wire back, plug it in. All right, I finally got the DME engine damper kit in. It should help me accelerate through fixed starts, smoother shifts between gears, and extend the life of my engine mounts. For more tech stories, remember to check back to www.riceboytv.com.